After all the furor over Dieselgate, how is VW Group hoping to make its comeback? Could the 2017 Audi S3 be salvation, or will it get lost in the noise? Here with his review is WSJ Rumble Seat columnist Dan Neal. Hi, Dan.
Hello, Tanya. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Boy, you really had a front row seat to the VW Group's reversal of fortunes through all those group nights you've attended.
Right, I know, and it was just like another night of hors d'oeuvre eating, and then, at the end of the week, the whole thing came to tears, and really it was shocking for those of us there that it seems everything seemed to be going so swell, and then, here we are 14 months later, and with no end in sight.
No end in sight indeed, because the troubles are certainly not over. California officials are now investigating something new involving CO2 emissions.
Yeah, and we don't know what it is. Audi has no comment on it. CARB has said nothing about it. There's a report in a German newspaper about this and various follows. And there's been a suit filed in Illinois, but we don't know. And also, so we want to be careful not to jump to conclusions. Dieselgate was one thing, and I think the problem with the current situation is that the company lost a lot of credibility when they say wait and see. Typically we're not ready to wait and see so much, but we don't know what happened. But here's the thing: if it is these two things, Audi brand and gasoline engine, and it goes beyond a particular engine,
right?
That could be a whole big hurt on Audi brand, which is the most profitable, delivers the most profits to VW Group of any brand.
Well, has Audi been successful in sort of separating itself from the whole VW brouhaha?
It really has, and these go way back. The roots of Audi's independence and the way it has been inoculated during this scandal go way back to the way they established a separate path in the United States. And a different identity. And so when the VW Dieselgate thing, yes, there were some Audi and Porsche vehicles involved, but it was mostly VW. But the irony of it is that this company that has managed to be so successful by separating itself is a little bit hoist by its own petard by the fact that so much of these vehicles from VW Group now share so much commonality. It's almost a group by guilt by association.
Right. So is then the VW Group hoping that this 2017 Audi S3 can somehow atone for the entire group's environmental sins?
Probably not. No, listen, this is, as you said in your notes, the business of car making must go on. This is a, entry premium car, affordable. It's a very hot market, and buyers know the biggest value in the car market is entry premium. That's where you get the most bang for buck. And but on a larger scale, Volkswagen Group is spending billions to build new EVs and making all kinds of commitments to the environmental agencies in Europe and California. So, a lot has to change in a very short time in terms of their product.
Absolutely. But just looking then at this car and forgetting everything else, does it feel like an Audi or a VW?
It feels like a Audi, and the thing is that it's right at it's the entry vehicle for Audi, so it's going to have a natural sort of affinity to Volkswagen, and for this year and this engine, yes, it's a very nice, and I would say it's a premium package. But as time goes on, as VW Group's liabilities mount, these sorts of clear advantages like the S3 has. Will dim, and I think it's going to be a rough patch for this company until they can clear their name or change their technical footing, which is really what's going to happen.
You think there's any chance Audi will just spin right off?
No, they'll be fine, and they'll be making. Don't feel too bad for Audi. They'll be making plenty of money for quite some time.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it looks like a nice car. I would take it.
Yeah.
And you like it, Dan? You like the car?
Oh, it's a hoot to drive. That's, when as you say, you put all this aside and the thing is a kick in the pants, and, you kind of feel sorry for it because, you choose your friends, you don't choose your relations.
Absolutely. And the issues with your relations. All right. Thank you so much, Dan, for all of that.
All right.